All right, hello. Um, Welcome to some live orchestration. Um, this is just if people want to kind of hang out and kind of see my process, then yeah, that's kind of what this is for. Give me just one sec. I am going to do a couple things real quick here. But if you didn't see the last one, basically we are orchestrating Samuel Coleridge-Taylor's Forest Scenes, which is a 5 movement piano work. And yeah, we're doing the first movement. Did I already say that? I think I already said that. But what I'm going to do right now is just share this on Facebook so people know about it. So just stand by if you are here or watching this back. I'm going to throw this in Orchestration online. If you're not part of it, then you should be. It's a great group. All right. I guess I'll just post this on my regular one too. Regular old Facebook. All right, here we go. Would have been good if I had set up the window, but I didn't. So we're gonna do that real quick. Just making sure I can see everything. So let's go ahead and add a window capture. And then forest scenes, there we go. That's a little too big, huh? Stand by. Okay, and then we'll do one of, wait, hold up. Brilliant. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get started. Basically, I have the piano part, or the original piano bit transcribed to a certain extent, but not all the way to the end. So this morning I went through and did kind of this section, and this is what I'm hoping to get through tonight. Shouldn't take too long, but yeah. So the first thing I'm seeing here is that we could do the bass line or the left hand stuff pretty easily. It's pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and just listen to this. This will be a good way to check if you can actually hear this. And you know what? That's too slow. We're gonna... Oh, shoot, yeah. Okay. We're gonna just throw up a sample tempo increase. This isn't gonna be what we end up with, but just for now. I was talking about on the previous stream, the tempo stuff, since this is a solo piano work, it's performed very fluidly in terms of tempo. So that's going to be something that we're going to have to be more explicit about for the orchestral performers. So see how 66 does. That's okay. Yeah, see, with when Sibelius is doing it, sounds very, very robotic. So we'll be putting in tempo alterations later. But the first thing I'm looking at here is this top line. Yeah, I don't know. So there are a couple things, but one thing that is going to influence my decisions is what we have previously, which is a lot of woodwind stuff, and then some more involved strings in the latter half of that first section. But yeah, it might be nice to involve some of the brass in a little bit of a lighter way, and maybe mix it in so that it's not so obtrusive or such a jarring transition, if that makes sense. So we can see if this works on like trumpet. So that's it's very easy fingering wise. But we'd also have to figure out how we want to kind of articulate this. Let's grab this stretch real quick and see if we can make it work right here. And that's not what we want. We'll probably have to do that for everyone because that's a little bit unclear. Jeez, man. We'll leave the piano in. Let's just do a couple things real quick. We're gonna ditch all of the second layer stuff. Oh, that got rid of our dynamics. That's fine. We'll put them in again because we'll probably need to rework it anyway. But we're also gonna grab all these like second and third notes. Sibelius does a really nice thing where it then goes to select the bottom of the chord. It's very convenient. So the piano slurs we're not going to take into account when dealing with these instruments because it just doesn't mean the same thing. And if you listen to like an actual performance, this is much it's evident that the slurs are for like kind of smaller scale phrasing rather than like what am I trying to say? Like it's not meant to be totally legato, I guess, which would kind of be a little bit of the implication on these other instruments. So we could do. I want to get rid of these accents too, actually. I don't know why that sounds so weird. But that's just see, it sounds a little too gooey with like the slurred stuff. This is going to be really challenging actually with when we do want to implement the different tempo stuff. So I'm just trying to think. Oh man. slightly separated, right? Dun, 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 dun. We'll try this, and if it doesn't work out, then we don't have to go with it. Go ahead and get rid of the magnetic stuff. Whoops. Maybe I'm letting the MIDI trick me too much. Let's listen to it again. Yeah, you know, I think what we'll do is have that more like scalar stuff in the second half of the phrase. I think we'll have this stuff slurred, and then we can have this stuff a little bit more separated. I think that makes sense, because I think this will be fine in the in the context of a real instrument, but I think this stuff is nice to have a little bit more articulate, I guess. Also, can you see my cursor when I'm doing that? I don't know if you can actually see that. So I'll be highlighting stuff. My bad. Yeah, so okay, cool. We can get rid of that from here. And I'm doing this in the slowest possible way. Da-da-dee-da-dum. Fascinating what that reveals. Let's see. Let's blow these rests into their actual sizes here. I'm gonna do that, and I'm thinking. Well, okay. Here's my idea: is that we take all these guys and then just put them into eighth notes, and then we can. Sorry, I just got a Snapchat. We can. What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, put like articulation markings on them. Oh, this is the trombone. Well, okay, we'll leave that as is because we want that anyway. Nope, that's not it. That's a little high for being this soft. So yeah, maybe we can leave the lower one in, and then yeah, okay, here's my idea. Get rid of all these slurs and dynamics and stuff, and we will I think what we'll do. Get rid of the accents as well. But these can all be eighth notes, and let's put all this into layer 1 here. I want that to be like kind of on the tail end of a writ. maybe we'll start this slightly separated here. And then we don't actually have to erase anything. Yeah. Slur into this guy here, so it's a little bit shorter. And then, let's see. These are weird individual lines. Oh, shoot. I gotta open up the actual score for a second. Yeah, so the thing with this stuff is that these ones are gonna carry over a little bit, right? So there's no reason to articulate them the exact same as the or notate the rhythm the exact same as the piano, because the piano is let's see, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the piano is pedaled through like pretty much all of this piece, and so we can, with that knowledge, extend the rhythm of a lot of these things. Let me just annihilate that. And let's see what comes next here. So the way I want to arrange this is that so that we will have two horns on just this top line here, right? So, also well, okay, not the top line, sorry, the bottom line. And we will take the top note, cut those out, and then we'll have the horn split right there. Because we got two of them, but we will have them both. And then here, well, okay, I have to, okay, hang on. I'm gonna paste this and then put all this stuff into layer 2. And then just select layer 2 and paste it right there. So now we have a trumpet on one of those and then two horns on the other, which is a really good way to balance your brass, is to have two horns versus one trumpet or one trombone, and that can be kind of extended proportionally. It doesn't, it also depends on range, obviously, because sometimes your trumpets are really gonna outshine your horns depending on where in the range they are, because sometimes there's just a lot less control of that, but that's a good general rule, I think, at least. So let's see. So with the trumpet and with the trumpet in this 3-note chord, we want that on the top, and then in general, we want the trumpets above the horns. I'm just gonna check the actual score real quick, because we need to know what to do right here, right? Because that is in a different layer, and that is how it's notated, but do we want that to be part of the trumpet line? Or we could have the second trumpet take that over, actually. That'd be a little bit of a leap, though. And, Yeah, I don't know if we want to do that. However, I think we are missing these notes, F and D, in the last eighths. Oh no, we're not. Okay. And, we could do that. But it'd be weird to then immediately go back down. I'm getting a Java update. Remind me later. Yeah, okay. Let's have the first trumpet be the one that goes down. It says E, C, F sharp. And then the second trumpet can take this top line that starts here, and it's the same content, right? So you can have them kind of trade in that way, which I think would be nice and would be appreciated in a live setting, which this is not for, but maybe one day. What the hell are we doing? 16th notes, right? E, C, F sharp, quarter. And then, yeah, we'll push this guy. And that is for some duration that I just deleted. Let's see. That's a dotted quarter note. No, please. And yeah, then we can add a second trumpet take over, and that'll be lovely. That's what that'll be. You can delete all of this because we've now done it. I'm gonna check the score for dynamics. So everyone starts. Well, actually, maybe let's do the left hand first, and then we'll worry about that. So the first thing I think of when I look at this is that it would work really well in bass pizzicato, especially with this more kind of articulate stuff going on. And then we can switch that to arco with the more sustained stuff. Let's just hear the left hand. Nope, that's not it. Yeah. And actually we can do... No, yeah, that'll be good. Let's just grab this and put it here. We're going to have some interaction with the cellos as well. This is a little bit silly. Yeah. Let's just stick. We're gonna stick over here for now. This is arco, right? Yeah. No pits, and we're gonna put a little eraser and turn off magnetic layout. So just being very particular. Okay. No. Here's my idea. So with the bass tuned in fourths, I have to get my head into fourths. Hang on. G to C is a fourth, so that's the same place on the fingerboard. And if we just get rid of this top line, that'll actually be quite nice, I think. Whoa. I'm going backwards. This is not what that would sound like in real life with this chord up here, just in case anyone was wondering. I see there's a couple people watching. Feel free to put whatever in the chat, you know. We're just vibing, you know what I'm saying? And I might octave displace some of these things. We're going to get rid of all the staccati though, because it's pizzicato and that doesn't really, we don't want them to like think that they have to mute it, right? We're going to get rid of these as well. Let's see. Yeah, so I think here, actually, okay, here's my new idea, is we take the basses, put them in arco, and then have these guys kind of sustain throughout these bars here, right? So I'll just make it very clear that that is the goal. And since this is an extension, we will put the top octave in parentheses and get rid of the top octave for that guy. Basically, that's just indicating like, hey, well, we know that this is not, that this note is not on every single contrabass. So it's cool if you play the top one. And let's just go ahead and see how that sounds on its own. Two, 5, 1. Great. Yeah. I actually think maybe we can emphasize some of these upper lines. So like da, 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 da. I think that'd be kind of fun. There's no reason not to. So we can put that here in the cellos and make them all quarters actually. And so what we're gonna do here, oh gosh, what is the context of this? Yeah, I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that in a sec. Let's see. These are things that we need to worry about. And there's actually a really nice solution presenting itself here. And we can make this very idiomatic for the cellos, and I think we'll involve the violas as well. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, we can just revoice some of these things. So we have a D minor and then a D minor over G, or a G9, I guess. And then a F sharp diminished over C. So yeah, we can revoice this. Again, this will be arco. I'm doing all the wrong things. Hold up. Let's change this to arco so we can hear it. I can actually show you this right now. Hold up. So this is smaller and an octave higher. I actually might have shown this on the last stream. I apologize if I'm repeating myself from the last one, but in case anyone didn't see that or doesn't know what I'm talking about, this chord shape, the like 1-5-3, is really nice on the string instruments that are tuned in fifths, so the violin, viola, and bass. And gosh, that's just because it's a. This is really hard to show this. It's a fifth, and then there's a minor sixth above that, which is just a really nice shape. And then a really common one is to put the tonic on top, and that is kind of what that looks like. So, for example, this is an octave up, but whoops, right? It's a really nice shape. That's what it sounds like with the tonic on top. But of course we can vary that a little bit, and we do have to adjust Coleridge-Taylor's voicings a little bit, but this is an orchestration, so we're at liberty to do so, I think. IMO. Another thing we could do is have it, well, we are going to involve the violas. Let's just see what happens. Oh my god. What I'm going to do is get rid of all of these downbeat things. And actually, okay, yeah, let's put it back down the octave. And so we're just going to start. My computer's heating up. We're going to start eliminating some of the chord tones that we have at any given time. So then for the cello, we could do, let's see, we could do a couple of things. We could do G, D, A, that would span 3 strings. Actually, any of these could span 3 strings because G is an open string, so that gives us some freedom with what we do with the next 2 notes. But I think I like having the 7th a bit lower. We can add the 5th in later. And yeah, I think what we'll do is have that. That looks spread out, but it's not. Right? A viola's out of tune, I'm sorry. So it looks like it's a bunch of leaps, but in reality when you're playing it, it's very idiomatic. And then we'll go ahead and eliminate those here. Yeah. And then, okay, so I know that I talked about this on the last stream, but I like having the cellos divided before the violas, or like having the violas in unison and the cellos divided, just because the instruments are better at projecting, they're seated at a better angle, and they're, well, yeah, those are the main things basically, but I think what I want to do, so I'm afraid of the C strings, the open C's of the violas, just speaking from experience. I think what I will do is give the violas a very top, and this is a leading tone, so we'll take advantage of that. So let's now, I might just backpedal on what I just said about the division thing, because this, actually no, I won't backpedal on that, because yeah, this is, we'll add it so that the cellos are voiced on the bottom and the violas just kind of sit on top, so that will look like need an F. Yeah. I'm gonna get rid of all these tenuity too because they don't make any sense underneath slurs. We're also gonna ditch the accents because we can. It doesn't make as much sense in an orchestra. It's a really subtle marking, and having a section of cellos accent a downbeat like that is not going to result in the same thing as having it in the piano, right? Because there's much more context that the performer is looking at. We're gonna slur all of these. I guess if we do that, we should just do that. So that we I don't know. Should we break the middle of the bar there? Whatever. I think it's. This is the stupidest thing in the world to be caring about. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. That's too fussy. Everybody knows what's going on. So, indicating the divises here is also going to be kind of a pain in the ass. So I'll just show you. Well, actually, over here is a good example because we have some things that are clearly divisi because they're stemmed in different directions, right? So put a unison there. And then, nope, wrong thing. Go to a divisi here, but then do we put a unison here and then a divisi on the next note? Because that's pretty dumb. It's also way too fussy. So I think what I'll actually do is double up on all these, and then we can go grab all of our bottom notes and put them in layer 2. Now that is way more clear. Yeah, so we have to do all the slurs as well. So we want actually put tenuto markings. And now we're going to dot that. Whoops. Okay. So that's what that should look like. I guess. Let's put in dynamics and then we'll take a listen to this. So I don't think you can see this, but I'm pulling up the actual score. So everyone starts on pianissimo. There's a crescendo in the third full bar of this, which means that is pianissimo as well. Crescendo in the third full bar for 2 bars to forte. Then, oh, we should, yeah, should slur that. Oh, that's kind of dumb looking, huh? The horn up here, or the top horns. Oops. Let's see what we can do about that, if anything, because the trumpet is excused from that awkwardness because the second trumpet goes up to that E. Which we also need to slur. Jeez, man, I'm not on my game. Make these look better too. You know what? We could just change the voicing a little bit and then have. So then we double up on that F sharp, which is kind of nice because that's the characteristic note of that chord, really, because it creates that tritone between between it and the C and the F sharp. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And then forte for everybody. Whoa. Let's make sure that went how we wanted it to. Which looks good. Let's put a mezzo forte here. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then sforzando in the next bar, I think we'll just use an accent instead. And then diminuendo to pianissimo on that very last eighth note. So that's how that is laid out. Shoot. Put a placeholder forte here. And that'll arrange that properly, sort of. I don't know. Wait, that doesn't look right at all. Having some Sibelius issues. My apologies. I assume you're not here to watch me struggle with dynamic placement. But hey, who knows? Maybe that's exactly what you're here to see. And we can, yeah. Okay, no problem. Let's see. Same with you. Whoa. I think my computer's a little bit wigged out from just the streaming, so my apologies. If it's a bit laggy because it is on my end. What we're gonna do? These should have some nice fat accents. That is not what we wanted to do. Accent in both voices. Accent there. And maybe we should actually crescendo into that, because there's also a rallentando. Maybe we should use the forzando. Maybe it's there for a reason. I don't know though. It's hard to it's hard to know with that, because it would be nice to have a dynamic destination if we are going to crescendo into it. And maybe what we actually do is crescendo for 3 bars. No, let's just do what he did. Sorry, that's a lot of loudness. That's not right. Sforzando. I'm gonna just spread these out because this looks really bad. And give everybody. Okay, so the first thing I want to hear is just this accompaniment. Yeah, so it sounds pretty bad just because of the tempo stuff. It just, straight ahead. But as I said, there is a rallentando going into that, and there are various tempo alterations throughout that section. But as I said on the last stream, I don't want to do that until the piece is fully orchestrated, like to the final bar line. So we're just going to have to deal with that for a bit, but I'm going to trust that that'll sound nice once we have the appropriate tempo markings in place, because I want to do it a little bit differently and more, I don't know what the right word is. I'm going to put in more markings than he has, just because this is going on a click track, and I want to simulate as much as I can the natural rubato that would come across in like a live performance. So let's hear this melody stuff. Whoa. Pianissimo needs to be in both voices. Also, I just want to put this in the bassoons, or maybe just one bassoon, because I think that'd be cute. Let's see. And we will put staccatos, because that's, yeah. Let's just do this now, because it's going to be a huge pain in the ass. Oh yeah, we still need to decide what we want to do with percussion. Okay. Yeah, I've done nothing with percussion. It may end up that there isn't any percussion, but something that I usually do with the stuff that I orchestrate is if I haven't composed it, then I will have to go back in later and add some little touches. Usually the stuff I orchestrate doesn't have very involved percussion, for whatever reason. But that's usually not where my head is at, but maybe I can try and think about that a little bit more as we move along. Let's just hear this all together. That has the piano in it. The trumpet's really loud. It's not gonna sound like that in real life. It's not gonna sound so blasty. That's what I really don't like that about no performers. Trumpets is like when you get into forte or higher, the trumpets just sound like they're blasting. Like it sounds like yeah, it sounds like a middle schooler who's playing as loud as they can. Maybe we can lower. Oh, they're also up in the mixer for some ungodly reason. Let's just. Okay, hold up, fam. If you are new here, I see we got a couple people in the chat. Welcome, and please consider subscribing. That would mean a lot to me. I'd really appreciate that. Helps me justify putting stuff on YouTube. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Let's see if this helps at all. I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about something. Shit. Yeah, that works. I'm thinking about this stuff still. Maybe we'll do that. Right? Can I please? Oh my god. That's actually what we should do there. Oh, yeah, we got to remember about this guy too. So, okay, that's fine. What is going on here though? Yeah, let's have all these top ones. That'll help with the accents that were written in. That'll help give that a more natural accent rather than just emphasize this note. You know, it's the beginning of a tonguing just helps with that. Yeah, and we'll re-articulate that C. That looks good. Yeah, that all looks good. Let's just hear the trumpets right there. Yeah, I might come back to that later because I'm not entirely convinced. I like how I went back and unerased that. And okay, yeah, I might come back to that. There is one thing I want to check with that though, because the brass is kind of weird, like unsustained sounding, but maybe that's just by virtue of the fact that there's no like sustained accompaniment underneath. Man, my computer sounds like a jet engine. I'm sorry if that is making its way into the stream at all. What am I looking for right now? Yeah. Let's sustain this through. Since that is sustained through, we'll do the same. No, we won't. Ah, man. We want to not obscure this top line, which I fear might happen if we have this trumpet on this C holding through, right? Because this is, we got a little bit of a swap there. But I think, you know, that's fine. We'll leave that for now. I think I'm thinking about the low brass too right now. I'm thinking about we haven't had them in yet. It would be, yeah, we haven't had the low horns even, so it would be nice to get them involved maybe in this section. And I think what might be cool is I know I said we wanted to maybe swap the voices and have the second trumpet then take the lead. Ooh, you know what might work? I'm just thinking out loud here, which is all this stream is me thinking out loud. Might be nice to, whoa. To just differentiate the timbres here a little bit. And so this also would help, because the idea that I have for the next statement of this little melody here, we could have still the second trumpet take the melody on this. But now the second trumpet is muted, and I was also thinking of putting in the oboe, and the oboe plus muted trumpet is a really, really shockingly nice doubling. So yeah, I think that would be cool, and then we can figure out something to do here. Geez. Yeah, because we don't want it to all be the same, but we also don't want it to be so blocky and be like, you know, have this kind of set of orchestration for 8 bars and then a different one for the next set of bars. So I think the trumpet oboe thing would be a nice thing to kind of gradually kind of shift the texture. But I'm also thinking about the left hand because I was just talking about the low brass and how it'd be nice to involve them. However, I don't want to totally shift away from this pizzicato action, and there's no reason they both can't be doing it. That's something that I think a trap I kind of fall into sometimes is like if I want different instruments to take over something, then I think that they have to entirely switch that over, which is not the case, and it results in very blocky orchestration. So we're gonna avoid that. Let me just see. Yeah. So this will have to be taken up by somebody else also, because this goes. That's really high, and we'll put it in the flutes. Actually, it'd be cool. We haven't had the violins do pretty much anything except for this little chord here, so that might be. Yeah, that might be a cool thing to do, is involve them, because high violins right here would be cool. We could combine it with the flutes. Again, no reason they can't both do it. I don't know if anyone else has that issue, but it's definitely something that I have run into a lot. But let's determine first where we want the second trumpet to stop. So that'd be a good place, I think, honestly. Yeah. The other thing I'm thinking about is, since we have the second trumpet on top and the first trumpet on bottom, I'm not sure if the proper way to notate that is have the top notes be stems down and the bottom notes be stems up, or if I can just do something like 2, 1 and put that below. I don't know what the proper way to do that is, so I think I'm gonna go with the latter option because that sounds less awful looking. Also, I noticed this is that's gonna affect that in the MIDI, so I apologize. I could split them, but I don't really want to because it's only 2 instruments. We're just gonna have to live with that, which is fine. It's a weird last note to have, the 16th note. Let's see. Where do we? Okay, so let's just worry about the top stuff right now. Actually, we'll copy this into here just for now. Get rid of all that junk. Oh. We're gonna leave that. Then we need to prune it, so that's just the top notes. How's everyone doing tonight? I got 6 people watching this thing. I hope everyone is doing well. It was snowing here in Boulder, Colorado. So that's exciting. Hope everyone is having a nice evening. Feel free to put something in the chat. Let's see. Get rid of the accents again. I think I might be being totally dumb right now. The music, I just want to make sure it's not. Oh, it isn't. It isn't exactly the same. No, wait, maybe it is. Hang on. I'm just looking at the score. And okay, so the first two bars are the same, so what we're gonna do is just we're gonna go ahead and do one of these bad boys. And then it would be nice to there. Now we can involve the low horns, which is good. And actually, honestly, do we even need this many horns? I'm gonna take a quick scan through the piece. I don't know what I just said. It sounded in my replay like I said, do we even need two horns? So I'm saying maybe we only need two horns. I'm not sure if I'm sold on 4 horns if there's not gonna be a good justification for it. Because if you're not aware, this is for the virtual orchestra that I direct. And there's no reason to include parts if they're not going to be used. So let's just save the horn player a bunch of time right now. We're gonna ditch low horns, and horn 2 will be the new. This is fine. This is fine, trust me. However, we need to rename the staff before I forget, because that would be... Okay, we didn't do that. We'll do that later. That would be unfortunate. Space everyone a little bit. So the difference here is that this is now no, let's not do that. Hold up. So in this, wait, I can just look down here, right? We have G, G sharp, C, and E. Okay, what we're gonna do is displace that C. And then da-da-dum, da-da. Oh, okay, right. And this is the unmuted trumpet, even though it sounds like it. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I will split them. We got rid of the horn, so I'll split these guys. Trumpet and C. That's fine. That's okay. Wow. That was good. Yeah, I'll go back into panorama. Okay, let's make this a whole lot less complicated. I don't want that, please. And we'll put all of the dynamics into layer 1 only. And then put everything into... Nope, that's not how you do that. Okay. All this in a layer 1, select layer 2, ditch it. Got this guy. Oh yeah, okay, so this can be up here now, or wherever it wants to be. And this. Okay. Okay, so now we can put this. Well, okay, let's throw that there. That looks good. Let's put this here. God, this is really something, isn't it? So now what we have is this G sharpening into a leading tone and then into A, which is nice. Let's see what else we got down here. So this is the real measure in question, right? Well, let's go ahead and actually this might be a nice time to involve violins a little bit, so we'll clean this up real quick, but this is nice that it's nice and enclosed. So we're going to split that across both sections. And actually we could put it in the violas as well, a little bit. Let's see. And actually, let's do that, and then ditch layer 2. So this is going to be split across the sections. I'm trying to think. It's very hard to say what I'm thinking while I'm thinking it. That's the stupidest thing I've ever said. It's hard to explain my thought processes right now because this is a little bit more tricky. And this would be a really nice spot to like have an orchestral tutti. Yeah, I don't know. This might need to be some stuff that I do without streaming because it's really, I don't know. My endurance is much lower when I have to speak about what I'm doing and know that people are watching it. Plus, how long we've been going here? Is there a way I can see that? We've been going for over an hour, so you know, it's that's maybe a good length. Plus, if people want to play this back, then they can, and it won't be an issue. So I actually will leave it off there for now. I think I will do a little bit of work on my own and then explain after the fact the next time I do one of these streams, which should be pretty soon. But if you're still here and if you watched through this, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And like I said earlier, if you are interested in seeing more of these, or if you found something interesting about this, I don't know. If you could subscribe, it would mean a lot to me. I'd really appreciate that because it helps me. It helps this channel out a lot in gaining some traction. So that'd be much appreciated. But yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your evenings or days, depending on where you are, I guess. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.